Hello. Welcome to BATV's Live from Kiss the Sky. Tonight, before I introduce the featured act, I'm going to bring up John from the food pantry, because tonight's show is going to benefit the Batavia Food Pantry. So every dollar you've spent on your tickets is going straight to them. Here's John.
Said I do represent the food pantry. We've been in Batavia here for, believe it or not, 31 years now. We started in 1981. It was started by the Batavia Ministerial Association in a time when economics were kind of like they've been the last few years, you know. People needed some help. They were going to their churches, trying to find food, money. They got together, started the Batavia Food Pantry. In the 32 years that it's been open, it's grown tremendously. We take care of, today, probably 350 to 400 families per month, which translate to maybe, what, 1,500, 1,600 people. We're a little bit different than some food pantries in the area because we don't, like a lot of them do, just hand people a couple of bags and say, okay, see you next month. We have a facility now where people can actually come in and shop a little bit. It's about the size of a 7-Eleven, and there's a couple of aisles, and people can take a cart and grab the things that they need or would enjoy, and I'm kind of proud of that fact. Let's see here, what else have I got on my list? Oh, the other thing is, I'm a lifelong Batavia guy. I'm sure some of you have been around for quite a while and you know what a town this is and how we do support each other. And we just get tremendous support from everywhere. We get things donated every week, every day, from Walmart, from Jewel, from Trader Joe's. They're tremendous help. And also from our residents and volunteers that come down and help us. And I'm not going to go on much longer here. I know you didn't come to hear me. So if you were interested in helping, volunteering, there's many ways you can do it. One, obviously, is monetary. We don't make a big thing out of trying to raise a lot of money because we have some generous donors and so forth. But you know, if you have a club or a church group or a school group or something, and you wanted to do something along the lines of organizing a food drive or something like that, just give us a call at the pantry. We'll help you get it organized. We'll help you collect things and so on and so forth. A lot of ways you can help, and you know, just give us a call. And really, I don't have a whole lot more to say because I know you came to hear the band. So in finishing up here, I want to thank BATV for this opportunity. I want to thank the guys at Kiss the Sky here, and also the band for what they've done for us tonight. So thank you very much.
Now, without further ado, tonight's band, Dave Ramont and the Slippery People. You've probably seen Dave on the show before and in the area. He is a great songwriter and wordsmith. I keep on trying to convince him to write a book at some point because he just writes really well. But Dave has a bunch of friends with him tonight, and we're going to have a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Ramont.
Is this part going to be on TV? Well, to say that this came together at the last second would not be an understatement. I just finished the set list while the gentleman was talking. And so Pete Lindemeyer said it's best to shoot from the hip, which is certainly going to be the case tonight. And starting right now, I'm going to play a song in a radically different key. Could go south quickly. Well, she came and she went. She took her smile in my coat. I feel tired. I need a good place to hide. So I filled up my jug at the spring and I spilled it walking back to the car. Now I lay in the heat and I watch the box elder crawling through the street. Running downhill is not easily done. Stared at the moon with my feet in the sun. Oh, that ain't funny. With the tear in the screen, black squirrel on the roof, and there's a hole in the chimney with the rain coming in. And I love that dress on you tight, and somewhere there's a fire and a flood. Now I sleep sitting up and I tear the pages off the wall calendar. The tornado siren is hard to forget. It makes such a mess when the ashes get wet. Well, that ain't funny with the rain coming in. I poked my eye on a branch in the woods, out of working Virgil ditch number 3. I drug my feet to the place I abhor, and the cattle stranded out in the snow. Heard a song, brought me back to your house. I got shaky, and I had no place. Running downhill is not easy to do. I prayed for the morning and I dreamt of the flu. Blood on your shirt and a stone in your shoe. Well, that ain't funny. Now get out of my way. Get out of my way.
Okay, well,
The Slippery People, I don't know if a set list has even made their way to them yet, but I'm just going to start playing the songs and hopefully figure it out and get up here because we need to keep this seamless. Let's go, come on. Hoot and holler on Big Red Rock for a couple of $1. Cut the grass to my road. I'm gonna drive downtown in a car that I borrowed. That's a grand piano. Shook it up, spraying the walls with a dano. bicycle got stolen. I got a big glass jar, but I can't get it open. Banging it on the floor, banging it on the wall, banging it on the ceiling. I'm gonna grab that lid in your hand and start twisting. That's an old tradition, stuck at home in her own contrition. Past my shoes I'm walking, and the drunken man is a sober man talking, dancing around like cowboys, dancing around like Gilroy, dancing around the answer. She could do much better to dance with a dancer. Singing, and my hands got mad and my ears was ringing. Noodles on the stove, put that plastic around all the window, lie me down in a vestibule. For my development, I got arrested. There was more than zero. I stopped that judge and they called me a hero, a hero. Walking around in corduroy, walking around like Tolstoy, walking around deep. I'll be the last one there and the last one leaving. Still, I'm just hoping. I got a big glass jar, but I can't get it open. Hey, Chad. I'm so happy Annika saw us that much too. I figured she'd be left in the cold. I don't know who's causing the hum, Jim, but if I can help in any way, let me know. We got lots of folks packed up here, or we're about to have lots of folks packed up here. Where's Chris? The only guy who I saw drinking beers before the show. Appreciate that. Chris, for that infraction, has agreed to buy everyone a cocktail after the show. Here we go. Big stupid dog, he stepped on my flowers. I'd like to see him do the wrist rocket dance. But man, on McDonald, hey, I'd kill him for pleasure. Is it wrong for a person to pray for that chance? Asphalt and paint stuck on my finger, a song that I hate, stuck in my head. Out in the sun, the drizzle it lingers. Somebody please put that ghost back in. And the stars are falling from view. It's cloudy in heaven. Is the rain coming soon? And that girl, she opens my pickles. She bit me so hard, and left quite a mark. Out in the field, they paid me in nickels. And down on my knees, I blew on the spark. And the ice is melting. They say the water is rising, so I'm a-singing today. Big stupid dog. There's a skunk in the yard, and there's smoke in the kitchen. A bucket of rain in the attic above. A fox in the graveyard, his tail is a-twitching. Stands by a hole that has been freshly dug. He let the wind blow on through your windows. The hot feeling sun, let it cook you again. And the stars are falling from view. It's cloudy in heaven. Is the rain coming soon? Big stupid dog. Big stupid dog. Big stupid dog. Big stupid dog.
Thank you. Hey, ladies. What's that? Yes. Hey. Yeah, okay.
Seamless, without a seam. My friend Dave Sills is going to play a song. Why? Because he's an excellent songwriter and singer, and he's my friend Dave Sills. He's got some great records out. You should buy them all.
Choose a mic of your.
I recall this song, which I asked him to play. I felt dumb asking him to play a song and then asking him to play a certain song. But with Kenny playing cello here, I remember Richard Milne saying this was one of his favorite songs of the year a couple of years ago. Richard Milne of WXRT.
I think I'm right, yes.
Thanks, Dave. Won't you turn on your light, honey, now? Please don't turn me away. These aren't empty words, I mean all that I say. Have I been gone too long? Do I seem a stranger now? Well, give me a chance to remove your doubts, and I'll show you somehow. I'm gonna burn my ships into the sea, sink to the ocean floor, throw myself at your feet. When I wash upon your shore, I do whatever I must do. I gotta find my way back into your arms. I know I've been wrong, honey, now. Your friends keep reminding you about all my faults and how I've been such a fool. But that's all in the past. Can't we just leave it there? And start again from scratch. Oh, and this time I swear I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna burn my ships into the sea, sink to the ocean floor, throw myself at your feet. When I wash upon your shore, I do whatever I must do. Gotta find my way back into your arms. There must be some way back. So lay down your arms, honey, now. Don't you see I surrender? Yeah, I've given up playing pretender. I've let down my guard, just watch the white flag fly. Tramp down my fear. Oh, but if they should rise, I will turn back the tide. I will burn my ships into the sea, sink to the ocean floor, throw myself at your feet. When I wash upon your shore, I do whatever I must do.
find my way back into your heart. There must be some way back into your heart.
Okay, yeah, that was nice. I'm already calling an audible on the set list because we got a conflict. Somebody not here yet, and so some things are going to move. And so what I'm going to do is kill a minute while the slippery people, not realizing that they have to come up after I'm done reading this. So collect yourselves, Chris and Justin and Chad and Dave Sills, to come up after I read this or during. Because I've jotted down, if you record store remembrance, if you will, due to the lovely venue tonight. We all like record stores. We all have record store remembrance, I'm assuming. Tarpon Springs, Florida, autumn 1979. There was a beat-up, stinky little dive in town called the Saloon. It was both foreboding and inviting. It was a block west of the railroad tracks and maybe a mile southeast of the sponge docks, where you could get a killer gyro, as the town had been settled by Creek sponge divers. My friend Bob Kuhn cooked down there at the famous upscale Pappas's restaurant and would smuggle bits of prime rib home wrapped in napkins. The Saloon was about a half-mile northwest of the Winn-Dixie grocery store I stocked shelves at, where the only guy who talked to me on the midnight shift had fear and hate sloppily tattooed on his knuckles. No one but me talked to him. And it was 3 or 4 blocks west of the apartment that me and Kuhn rented from the Pickmans. Mr. Pickman, a Michigan retiree, was a stand-up guy, sweated like a pig, made dentures on the side in a little shed behind his house, and was legally blind. When he'd groggily stumble next door at 2 a.m. to tell us to turn it down, we wished he were legally deaf. We shared the building with 2 fellers our age from New York who worked on the shrimp docks, Harry and Jerry. Also a big, entertaining, mentally unstable fella named Paul, who chain-smoked and believed that Lee Merriweather controlled him. And a fisherman named Sammy, who traded us grouper for the use of our dilapidated international travel. We'd all meet in our apartment at 5 o'clock every night to watch the dating game on our tiny TV. That was happy hour. Drinking age was 18. We were 18. And dying to darken the door of the Saloon on a Tuesday, for we learned it was free beer night. Proprietor Paul looked like the tiredest old cuss who'd ever poured a drink. He was stuck in time, but it wasn't this time. His wife had cancer, and on Tuesday nights he'd tap a keg until it were gone, no charge. Some nights that was less than an hour. But the free beer attracted a dubious, if not scary, lot. The busted-up street was full of old Harleys. And this was way before the businessmen consumed by midlife crisis bought up the shiny new bikes to park next to their snowblowers. These dudes were the real deal. They always left right after the free beer was gone. So one Tuesday, a few weeks after we'd arrived, one of the murky Florida nights that gets up under your fingernails, we mustered the stones to go in there. There was no TVs or telephones or women. Just ancient pickled eggs and sticky floor. And no one messed with us, except once when Harry and Jerry beat some bikers at pool, and being New Yorkers, got cocky about it, and we had to beat feet. But it became our watering hole, and we never missed a Tuesday. Free beer. Flash forward 13 years to Austin, Texas. while sharing a sketchy apartment with a large family of cockroaches on the east side. Ross said, "Don't live over there." Sleeping on a foam pad a guy gave me at a party. One rainy night, a cable TV salesman was at my door, desperate and relentless, no not being in his vernacular. Frustrated, I finally swung the door open, illuminating the fact that I had but a folding chair, a lamp, and a portable black and white TV balanced on my guitar. I had about as much need for cable TV as I had for the gout. Needless to say, I wasn't home much. But I couldn't spend every day squatting on Ross's tequila-soaked front porch, so after my bakery delivery route, I largely had nowhere to go, no one to go there with. But a few times a month, the iconic Waterloo Records would host an in-store performance, and they'd tap a free keg of Shiner Bock until it were gone. Free beer. Live music, browsing records. I saw Brave Combo, Michael Hall, Butch Hancock from the Flatlanders. I bought Mud Lies and Shame by the Wild Seas, Los Locos' Kiko, Jimmy LaFave's Live in Austin. That place made me feel right at home. I want to marry a waitress. Whoa, I want to marry a waitress. Ignoring some wink and you're slinging them drinks to the loud and the thankless again. In the corner I sing, nobody's listening to them songs about drinking and sin. Smoke in your hair, you're catching me staring. I'm dreaming you're thinking like me. Sprinkle the gas, honey, you light the match, and we'll laugh at the flames from the street. You are a stranger to me in this town. Don't tell me your past. Hang on my heart, tell me my future. I'll sing you a song if you say so. I wanna marry a waitress. I wanna marry a waitress, yeah. I wanna marry a waitress. Think of you big all day. Well, I dig I'm all dirty in every way. Just after dark, sticking over your car
are some stuff that I thought, but I couldn't say. Honey, make me a wreck and the sweat on your neck tastes like August at midnight or so. It's hot with a breeze, you don't have to say please, and the crickets are screaming below. We'll tell the world, stuck in our hands, we'll swing it and run. See where it lands and we'll paint it all red. Some folks do it so wrong. I want to marry a waitress. I want to marry a waitress. Whoa, I want to marry a waitress.
So, yeah, now we're going through the list all differently. You guys have figured it out. It's an E flat. We're gonna play a cover song now because well, actually I was in a car the other day and about a week ago and I heard this on the radio, and then Johnny Mars said, he said, "Oh, that song is still relevant today and it still gives me chills." And I thought, yeah, it did give me chills. And we sang this a few years ago, so it was resurrected. And then we practiced it at our rehearsal the other night. I know, that's hilarious.
The storm is threatening in our very life today. If I don't get some shelter, then I'm gonna fade away. Oh, children, it's just a shot away. It's just a shot away. Oh, children, it's just a shot away. It's just a shot away. The fire is sweeping in my very street today. It burns like a red coat carpet. A mad bull has lost his way. Whoa, children, it's just a shot away. It's just a shot away. Whoa, children, it's just a shot away. It's just a shot away. Rain, murder, shelter. Oh, and I'm on my fade away. Oh, children, it's just a shot away. 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 I tell you, love, sister, is just a kiss away. It's 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 just a kiss away. Kiss away. Kiss away.
Yeah, man.
And the Glimmer Twins at their most powerful. I'll let Chris sing one now because he sings great, by the way. Chris is gonna be doing the February show here. Mark your calendars.
This here's another cover song, because that's what I do. Mountains rough this time of year, close the highway down, they don't warn the town. I've been finding second gear for 15 miles or so, trying to beat the angry snow. I know every town worth passing through. What good does knowing do? There's no one to show them to. I've grown tired of traveling alone. Tired of traveling alone. I've grown tired of traveling alone. Won't you ride with me? I've grown tired of traveling alone. Tired of traveling alone. I've grown tired of traveling alone. Won't you ride with me? Won't you ride? Won't you ride? I quit talking to myself, listening to the radio, long, long time ago. Damn near strangled by my appetite. Ybor City on a Friday night, I couldn't even stand upright. So high, the street girls wouldn't take my pay. Said, come see me on a better day. She just danced away. I've grown tired of traveling alone. Tired of traveling alone. I've grown tired of traveling alone. Won't you ride with me? I've grown tired of traveling alone. Tired of traveling alone. I've grown tired of traveling song by Jason Isbell.
Yeah, man, that was cool. And I don't know if you know, I could hear Chad's excellent harmony on there. We thought we had all logistics worked out, except for Chad's vocal mic. Sorry, man. Who's that? Chad's been calling me every day for weeks saying, I'm working on that harmony for Christmas song. Called in sick a few days. So we're sorry. My friend Ben's going to come up and play a couple songs. Ben's one of my favorite songwriters ever, and he writes some great songs. But he doesn't really get out and play them because him and his wife Kathy had dozens of children, and they're busy. But Ben's going to come out. I'd said if you played my favorite country song ever, which he wrote, by the way, then I would let him play one of his other songs. He's got lots and lots of them. Want to play the solo one first? Okay, yeah, we're right up here. This is TV Talk for 2. Jim, I'm just going to plunk along in obscurity without the mic possibly on the side. Well, but I got to sing. Okay, that'll work. He's going to use that. God, we emailed the schematics to everyone all week. I don't know. Oh, you want to be turned up? It ain't Christian. Bad mouth, a cowboy, a riding. To laugh at the music we're picking. To talk down to me when I cry. Mama's dreaming and praying for Daddy, he's working. Strong, calloused hands from the farm. Can't reckon why the devil am I? I'm cheating on a woman I love more than living. She'd live on the trains I'm a hopping. She wouldn't complain, she'd comply. What happened? Rodeo living and fighting the flag we're flying when Mama and Daddy were proud. I've been drinking. I piled up my truck out a riding. After out honky-tonkin' and fighting. I'm ashamed of myself and my pride. I've been to prison for the crime of defending my homeland from a Yankee whose history books fell
still proudly fight. What happened to rodeo living and fighting the flag we're flying when Mama and Daddy were out? In the morning, I'ma go down and talk to the Reverend. I'ma beg God and Jesus for forgiveness. If she found out, I'd wish I could die.
Thanks, man. Hope Toby Keith and Taylor Swift and all them freaking hacks were listening. Because their songs really piss me off. They write like 6 of them in the shower. Sounds like. Can you say hacks on TV? Ben's gonna whack through another song, and then apparently we're gonna take a quick break while they do some stuff. It won't take long. I have experiences where when we do that, everyone leaves. We hope you don't leave unless there's a lot more people out there coming in after you. And all the good rehearsed songs are going to be in a second set.
Song about family. Hopefully not your family. Daddy don't want a Ford, he wants a Chevy. And that old station wagon's running fine. Mama don't understand these ways of her man. That damn minivan he ain't buying. My sister's been around on the town. She says, Mama, the boys buy things for me. My big brother he found, and he took that boy down. Judge sent him to the penitentiary. Said it's just how I am, shotgun in hand. I know the Lord's plan from this Bible of mine. You can't understand, but I'll always defend the ways of this family of mine. Uncle Vern, he lives with us, 'cause he's kin. He ain't paid his taxes since '82. Brings his dog through the grocery lines. He claims he's gone blind. People mumble and mock that crazy fool. Mama, late at night I know you pray. She dreams about a better kind of life. Got 12 kids to raise and 12 hungry mouths. They kept us fed with a gun and with a plow. Said it's just how I am, shotgun in hand. I know the Lord's plan from this Bible of mine. You can't understand, but I'll always defend the ways of this family of mine.
So many of you know my nieces Timmery and Stephanie, who were up earlier, will be up later. And actually, their band, Kenny, Steph's husband, and Timmery's husband, Tony, who's also here. Their band, Functional Family, will be playing here on December 7th. He's wanting to save the best seats for himself. Ken. Anyway, they're going to be here on the 7th of December, playing at the anniversary party of Kiss This Guy, Functional Families. But anyway, tonight we bring in niece number 3, Annika. Oh yeah, it's okay. I'm not going to rib her in front of all you about making me change the set list. I'm not gonna. But she's a senior at Geneva High School, heading off to college next year. She's in the All-State Honors Choir, and just saw her in the lead in the play. She does all that singing, acting stuff. She's dragging our family down with all her overachieving, quite frankly. And so as her hazing, I'm making her sing this song. Not really making her, but she had no choice. And she just had a birthday. And so here's the song that we're going to do.
Form on my face and hands. Lines form from the left and right. I'm in the middle of life. I'm a boy and I'm a man. I'm 18 and I like it. 18.
you, darling. She came and did this out of the kindness of her heart. Whereas my other nieces, I got some stuff on them. I got some dirt, and they're sort of stuck.
I got my notes.
You sure you would have left by now?
Dave shot this song over to me yesterday. He said, this is kind of like rehearsing. I'm like, do we need to rehearse? He said, no. So we didn't.
I let him on, and he fell for it hook, line, and sinker. Oh, there'll be time before the show. We'll run through your song. So he got here at 2:30. I got here at 10 to 7, and there he was.
The Bears won, right?
Yeah.
Good, good.
Yeah, they killed it. They came back in the fifth quarter.
Perfect.
That's going to be an interesting wrinkle.
We're gonna speed it up anyway.
You count it.
Well,
This is all I do now.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Pickpocket Slim, he went to work in the bread line. Big face Sue, she beat the bottle of sunshine. I got thin real fast, I couldn't tender the bar bill. Your bed feels nice, but I'm laying on a marble. Slice open the fog, pocket the roach. It's a dog in the manger. Get off of my porch. Everybody dance with knives and scissors. Hide your whiskey under the steps. Everybody shine like the moon in a puddle. Everybody bleed until you're light into hell. Every damn time it rains on election day. Sing a little song, but take it out back, 'cause the children are sleeping. I'm dreaming about flying away. Butternut squash, pepper and honey. Take off the chill. We burned up the money. Hey, I chewed on that bird.
election day. Spider on the ceiling, out in the yard. Snap that tinder, feed it to the flickering flame.
Yeah, that's Pete Lindemeyer. His band Hoss will be playing also on December 7th at the Roundhouse in Aurora. They do an annual toy drive, Hoss does. It's a blast. Well, this... Ross, actually, there's a third gig I'm going to tell you about later. It's at my church. Yeah, so it's, that's also the same night. They go late over there, though, but they always they put on a great show. Bring a toy if you're going, and they raise a bunch of toys for the Hesed House, which is cool. And they, the second set, they always cover a classic record. Last year was Van Morrison's Moon Dance. Thought they killed it real good.
Excellent question. Yes. Yep. Oh, I play this.
Seamless. Somebody gets to stand on the stage. Whoa.
Is it going to mess anything up if I scoot this back?
Oh.
I'm moving up.
There's another new song called Shiny Bones. Okie dokie. I don't ever play the electric guitar. Clearly, it's just like a live gun in my got the wrong killer, and I'm free as a bird, swinging gentle in a cage with a view. And the clouds are drawing pictures. I sit on a fence. I seen the buzzards, none pick the bones clean until they shine, shiny bones in the sun. Them shiny bones remind me of dreaming.
it all. And the sun shining under the water. And the helicopter dragonflies shimmer. Them shiny bones, they glisten and they gleam. And they gleam and they shimmer, they glimmer and they shine. Them shiny bones remind me of dreaming. Them shiny bones remind me of dreaming.
Okay, we're calling another audible. But in the meantime, while I get sorted out, let me just Record Store Remembrance, Part 2. Wait, that's the same one. Oh, okay, this one's Part 3, but that'll work. St. Charles, Illinois, spring 1975, corner of Main and 2nd Avenue, George's Records. It was the third day in a row that I'd walked down there busting with giddy anticipation. I was probably wearing my t-shirt that said, "I'm bullish on Schlitz malt liquor," that I'd recently bought on our 8th grade Catholic school field trip to the Schlitz Brewery in Milwaukee. The new Led Zeppelin album, Physical Graffiti, was out that week. And I was a fresh sponge, just aching to sop that thing up. The Bob Dylan and Paul Simon and Cat Stevens stuff I'd been weaned on had crashed violently head-on with Eric Clapton and Billy Gibbons and Joe Perry, forming the gamey base for the intoxicating stew that is my musical gumbo today. Yes, the slow torture of my poor parents was underway. But as far as the guitar gods went, I was a Jimmy Page man, the quiet, lanky warlock. I listened to the solo from Whole Lotta Love on the little record player until it seeped so far in no surgeon could ever remove it. There was another record store on the west side of town, but it was kind of stuffy, owned by an old stodgy couple who always eyed us suspiciously, and who could blame them? They had a lot of sheet music and clarinet reeds and guitar picks and records too. Once in grade school, during the summer sidewalk sale, I saw my chum Tim Groover in there, and he'd just bought Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. I still remember thinking, Pink Floyd? Stupid, stupid name. So anyway, me and Kuhn spent most of our time at George's flipping through records, eyeballing the posters. This was a few years before we got nice stereos and driver's licenses and hit all the crappy mall record stores to look for cutouts. Allman Brothers, Frank Zappa, Traffic, and Neil Young. In the basement at George's, they had a little room where that week's top 40 45s were displayed, 1 through 40. And a weekly printout of the top 40 songs provided by WLS. Position, title, artist, label. We'd pour over them like a desperate drunks at the track with their racing forms. And then we'd quiz each other. Our super musical geekdom was in full swing. Anyway, on this spring day, the Zeppelin record had finally arrived. Double album, 2 times the Jimmy. Now this is a feeling you do not get downloading a new record to your iPod. Holding that big fat record in my hands, the stark tenement picture with all the strange faces looking out the windows at you. I probably ran home with that thing. I hunkered down in the basement, spinning all 4 sides back to back. It was a glorious punch in the throat. To make that day even more momentous, we had our very first gig ever, the Nasty Habits Band, that very night. 8th grade graduation party at Julie Gardner's. Julie Gardner. A couple of years later, she moved to Cape Girardeau, Missouri, taking a tiny bit of young Bob Coon's big heart with her. She sent us a letter, and we gathered around and read it like it was the sacred scrolls. At her party, we raggedly whacked through 4 or 5 songs, me and Coon wielding black Les Paul copies, just like Jimmy's. ZZ Top's LaGrange, the Blues Chestnut, Kansas City, probably American Band by Grand Funk, and of course, Smoke on the Water. At the time, we had a third guitar player, Rush Shinde, but he tapped his foot funny. He had a hollow-bodied jazz box, which he wore too high and played them fancy chords. So he was booted, making him the Pete Best of the Nasty Habits Band. And he became an airline pilot. Julie's dad talked to our drummer Salty about Louis Belson, then he gave us $20. We were hooked like fish. Okay, now the audible is in full swing. You guys could have set up while I was reading that. I was making it up on the spot just for that very reason.
I tried to tell him.
These guys didn't know if Tony could make it because he also has dozens of children, but he did make it, and so I thought it'd be silly to not have these guys play a tune, a functional family tune. I put him on the spot and just told them about it minutes ago.
That's why we're doing a cover tune.
Oh, really? Well, yeah, they got a new record in the can. I think all that's left is vocals.
Yep.
And that thing will be out soon, so looking forward to hearing that. Aren't we all? Those cassettes you gave me have just worn out. Anyway, yeah, come see these guys here on the 7th before you go to Hoss's gig, and then Ross, the church picnic.
Hey everybody. So, yeah, we had no clue what we were going to do, so we're just going to pick something that we were working on at rehearsal earlier today. There's a few folks that weren't here tonight that normally would be for something like this, namely Nelson and Stevenson and good old Gerald, but they are actually playing as a band and Levon Helm tribute group. So I figured what better way to pay tribute to the tribute group than to pay a tribute to the tribute group. Distance is not moving, so I remember every face of every man who put me here. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. They say every man needs protection, every man someday must fall. Yeah, I swear that I see my reflection someplace so high above this wall. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. Standing next to me in this lonely crowd is a man who swears he's not to blame. All day long I hear him shout so loud, crying out that he was faint. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released.
Amen. This guy's got they got a 7-piece electric band and with 3 more horns, I think, coming on the 7th. So that's going to be interesting. Oh man, hanging out at the old record store. Thanks to Steve here, sure met some folks I never would have known otherwise, like Pete from Haas and the great Greg Berner who's here, Noah. So I wanted to do a song with Noah. Since he's here anyway, hosting this thing every month and letting borrowing. Actually, he lost in a bet. Chad and Justin, bass and drums respectively. Give it up for those guys. Appreciate Kevin Trudeau, Greg Berner, Noah Gabriel for getting the kinks worked out of these guys so that I could use them for this show.
I'm your brother, yeah. I'm your son. I'm your sister when you come undone. I'm your lover, I'm your of me, yeah. I'm the light and the darkness in between, yeah. I'm the one, baby. I'm the one, baby. I'm the static on your stereos. I'm the song that you wish you didn't know. Spin the wheel, yeah. I'm the devil, no, you never shake me down, 'cause I'm the one, baby. I'm the one, baby. I'm your sorry, yeah. I'm your lie. I'm the cat in your alibi. I am everyone, I'm the secret and the soul you'll never tell, 'cause I'm the one, baby. I'm the one, baby.
Doctor says I ought to, so I do. But now we're gonna play another song. Band you're in on this, Jim. All this gear that's laying around here is Jim's. And so then he gets stuck coming down and doing the sound for all these things. Thank you, Jim, for hassling with this. Slippery people alert. Scary song in the house, ladies. This is a treat to play this song because our pal Rick Kramer always asks me to play this song, and this is a Dick Smith song. But now that they're dead to me, I'm going to go ahead and start playing the songs I meticulously wrote for that band that we never play, like this one. I'm just kidding.
Squeeze that wheel like a rope, and that you hang on to, kicking your feet. Gallons of propane and steel, seen her blow 40 times in your sleep. On your knees, smoke choked alive from the dead. Feeling around for the door and receiving your hazard pay. Red-haired thunder and rain, and she feels like a gun in your hand, sleepwalking right through the day, and it kills you but never to death. Night falls heavy, roll you right out of your skin. No matter how thick that smoke is, you run into that building again. Receiving hazard pay, receiving hazard pay.
about that? Yes.
Jim, we're going to use that banjo mic for a vocal mic. He can. He can do that.
It's the second. Yes.
Make sure I played all these songs so I didn't gas anybody accidentally. Yeah, everything looks in order. So, I guess the final installment of my record store remembrance that I was going to write out, I had ideas, but the Hawks game was on. So yeah, I saw Elton John a couple weeks ago on Jimmy Kimmel a few weeks ago, and he's been playing with Queens of the Stone Age and Jack White and all these people like that. So Kimmel asked him, why are you you're playing with all these new bands and stuff? You keep up on new music? And he said, oh God, yes. Every Tuesday I go and I buy a bunch of records that come out on Tuesdays. And he said, what, do you just download them? He goes, well, I'd like to go to the record store, but there's not any left, is what Elton said. He said he used to go to the record store every Tuesday. Now, there are very few, depending where you live. And so Jimmy said, you just download them now? He goes, well, no. He says if he doesn't go to the record store, he orders them because he loves the tactile sensation of the record in his hand. He loves reading the liner notes and who played and all that stuff. And I thought, wow, that's cool. That's how a lot of us feel about things like this. And so we're happy that Steve and Mike have hung on. Got to meet those guys when they opened their first store on Randall Road. Got to know them a little bit. Thought, man, these guys are cool. They quit their real jobs to do this. This is ridiculous. And I told Steve about Dick Smith and come to our Christmas hoo-ha, which he did, one of the first ones. And as Steve was leaving the theater that night, he handed me this flask, which is engraved with Dick Smith. Clearly, he had consumed the contents. And probably regretted it a day or two later that he gave it to me, but I don't really care. And so it's been great. And then they moved to Geneva there, and then over here to Batavia, and it's cool that they're still trying to get things happening. I come in and chew the fat with those guys. We don't really talk, but Steve actually keeps some fat behind the counter, and we chew it. But one time I was in there, Mike was there, and somebody else, and I don't remember who, and we just talked all things music and everything else, and like at the barber shop, but none of us really get a haircut too often, so we come to the record store. And so a lady came in, and she said, I want to buy a Rolling Stones record for my nephew, but I don't know which one. What do you guys think? It's like, our heads exploded in musical geekdom. And we started pulling out all the Rolling Stone CDs and discussing each and every one. And she had to look like, oh my God, way too much information. We discussed the merits of each one, and et cetera, et cetera. And I think by the time we realized she had left, I don't remember what she bought. I assume it was Sticky Fingers, but I don't know. Maybe it was Exile on Main Street. Maybe it was Chris's favorite Stones record, Emotional Rescue. Although he's partial to the Jagger solo stuff, I know. Anyway, yeah, that's probably the end of my record store remembrance. But thanks for coming out, folks, and thanks to Chad and Justin for holding that bottom down. And Ben to come out and play, and Dave Sills, appreciate that, guys. Thanks for coming out. Tony making an appearance tonight from Functional Family. Kenny playing cello. Chris on pedal steel. My new niece. she's not new. She's 18 years new, but for coming out, appreciate that. Thank you. Tim Marie, Stephanie. Thanks to Steve for being here and for doing this thing. As always, keep coming back, buy some records. Thanks for coming out, though, and donating to the food bank. That means a lot to those folks, and we appreciate that. And thanks, Jim, for doing the sound. Thanks to BATV. When I was in here last month for Noah's show, by the way, Noah, I didn't mention because most of you know, but Noah's got a bunch of records out too, really good stuff, so look into that. He's got a new one up. They got an EP out and a full record soon to come. He's got records of acoustic music. He's got full-on electric trio, bombast, and everything in between. So check him out too. But anyway, we were here for Noah's show, and it was the day Lou Reed had died. And so Chris and I, having had a few cocktails, said we better do a Lou Reed song next time. And so this is a tune we also did so years back. It's a beautiful little song we're going to end with. And everybody grab a verse or what now? Thanks to you for coming. Much appreciated. Anybody at all. Whiny, don't have a pick. All that rocking knocked my guitar out of tune, but that's how Lou would want it. Let's face it.
Sometimes I get so happy. Sometimes I get so sad. Sometimes I get so happy, but mostly you just make me mad. Baby, you just make me mad. Linger on. Wish I could make the world as pure and as strange as I see. I put you in a mirror and I'd keep you in front of me. I'd keep you in front of me. Linger on.
do it once again. The fact that you are married, it proves you're my best friend. It's truly, truly sin. Linger on, your pale blue eyes. Linger on, your pale blue eyes. Linger on, your pale blue eyes. Linger on, your pale blue eyes.
Thanks to everybody for supporting local music on a Sunday. Come back and buy some records. Adios. Happy Thanksgiving.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Ramont and the Slippery People. Just to let you know, you guys raised over $300 tonight for the food pantry, and there's a barrel full of food that is going over there. So thank you very much. You made Thanksgiving a lot better for a lot more people. So thank you, BATV, for coming out. Thank you, Jim, for running the sound. Thank you, Steve and Dee, for this wonderful place that we get to host this show. And come back next time. I believe January is the next show, and Scott Tipping will be the feature. So you guys have a nice holiday season. I'm Noah Gabriel.
Tornado siren is hard to forget. It makes such a mess when the ashes get wet. Well, that ain't funny